Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Meadow and Thread. I'm Sarah, and today we're going to be making something with materials that are a little bit out of the box. Um, we're going to be making a Bible bag or a book bag, whichever one you want it to be. But we are making it out of things that we wouldn't buy at a craft store necessarily. Um, we are going to be making it out of the inside. It's going to be a white pillowcase, and the liner is the stabilizer is going to be a dish mat from the Dollar General or the Dollar Tree. They do have them at the Dollar General, but they're more expensive there. And some overalls, some corduroy overalls that I thrifted. We are going to use the pockets off of this, and the handle is going to be made out of the strap, and we are going to be putting ruffles on it. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get the ruffles out of the overalls themselves, or I may end up using some lace for the ruffle. So let's get started. And just remember, these are all things that I bought from not crafting stores. These are not from crafting stores. I got the overalls at the Goodwill, and the pillowcase was given to me by someone, and this was at the Dollar Tree. So you don't have to go to any fancy crafting store to make something beautiful, and this is going to be proof of that. And also the dish mat, um, I've used that in this bag that I made, and I actually didn't have a whole dish mat to use at that time, so I had to use pieces like a puzzle piece that I used basting spray and stuck it onto it, and it worked really well. This is a really solid, nice bag. Okay, so if you're working with me, let's get our materials together and let's get started cutting our stuff up, okay? Let's go.
find pieces of me all over the yard. In this house of cards, she says, hey man, there were just too many days. When our good intentions only got in the way. And I almost never know what I should say. Maybe nothing nowhere ever was that okay. In this house of cards, with only hearts. Reap what you never did sow. You cannot learn what you never won't know. In this house of cards, with only hearts. In this house of cards, and these lonely hearts. Rules were made for someone else to try, but not me, not me. They said slow down, son, take your time, but I was born running every stop sign. Sky is the limit, no chance to hold. Sky is the limit, I'm breaking rules. Sky is the limit, I'm out of control tonight.
So I've got everything cut out, and off camera, I seam ripped the pockets off of the overalls. There was 2 pockets. So now we are going to take the front of each side, and we're going to go sew a pocket onto the front of each side is going to have a pocket. Now also my about my body size of these bags, I ended up having to cut them down a little bit because I messed up one. Story of my life. But so it's going to be a little bit smaller than I wanted it to be, but I think it'll be okay, especially if you're just using it as a regular book bag. I think it's going to be I think a small Bible will fit in here. And you can always make them bigger or smaller than this, but I only have 1 pair of overalls, so it's going to have to be a smaller size. Okay, so I'm going to go sew these pockets on, and then we're going to come back and decide, are we going to use the overalls for the ruffle, or are we going to do lace? I think I'm going to do lace because I don't think I'm going to be able to get enough out of the overalls for a ruffle. So we'll be back.
Wanna clear a bottle of Cabernet. Wanna stay home, not even drink. Wanna get out of my own head. Wanna lay down, overthink. I wanna cry every tear I got. Put on a dress, be a stranger's dream. Lock up this heart of mine, wanna wear it on my sleeve. I kinda wanna hate you, but I wanna love you too. I wanna hold you close and let you go. Find someone new, and I wish it wasn't good. My mind's made up in two. What's killing me the most is knowing 2 things can be true. Wanna throw away your vanity. Wanna wear it to sleep tonight. Wanna wipe our slate clean. Wanna pick this thing up right where we left off. Wanna block your number, take one last time, make it another. Wish I was one or the other. I kinda wanna hate you, but I wanna love you too. I wanna hold you close and let you go. Find someone new, and I wish it wasn't, but my mind's made up in two. What's killing me the most is no.
Okay, I got the pockets on, and now I think I've just decided I'm not even gonna try to make a ruffle with that with the overalls. I'm gonna go with my lace that I have. I thrifted a bunch of these lace things at the Goodwill, and they are, I think they're vintage. This one may not be so old, but the others are. They're pretty old. Like I don't know, but I got a whole Ziploc bag full of these with I guess I'll show you. And there's some really ooh, that one's pretty. But like the tags, they look, there's the Singer Company. Um but yeah, these are, they're, some of them are pretty old looking, stained up. Look at this one. But like the staples in there, they've rusted. It's so old that the staples are rusted on there. But yeah, got this. So yeah, I'm so glad that I managed to get this. I think I'm gonna switch my lace to this one maybe. I like this one, but do I have 51 inches? I'm gonna stick with what I have. Okay, so I got 51 inches because I measured around. It's 25 and a half inches around, and I'm doubling it so that I can have a good ruffle. And so I'm gonna cut 51 inches of this, and then we are going to take it to the sewing machine and ruffle it. So let's get started.
Okay. I put a little hem on each end of the lace, and you want to make sure that your hem is on the right side, on the same side each time. And I changed my make sure you're on a straight stitch, and I put my length all the way up to the 4 as far as mine will go, and my tension is as far as it will go, and my stitch width is I put it all the way up. Okay, now you're not going to back stitch because you want to be able to pull the strings at the end if you want more ruffle. I'm going to hold on to this thread up here while I'm sewing, and that will help with the tension as well. All right, let's go. There it goes. It's a ruffle. I don't know if it's because the tension is so high, but my thread keeps breaking. So, I'm going to rethread this, and then I'll come back when we're done. All right, let's keep going. Who needs a ruffle foot? Just put your tension all the way at the highest, and you hold on to your string, and it gives you an immaculate ruffle. I think my thread broke because it's a little on the old side. Okay, keep going a little bit so you can have some tails, so that if you need some more ruffle, you can pull. Ooh, look at that beautiful ruffle. All right, now if we need it to be longer, then we can just stretch it out since we didn't backstitch. All right, let's go back to the table.
All right, we're going to start pinning down our ruffle. I need to move some of this. All right, so we want our gathered edge to be toward the side. Now, my last bag, I had an issue with the top. So on this one, I'm going to automatically start about a 1/2 inch lower than the edge. I don't even remember why I had an issue, but just in case, I'm going to go ahead and start it there anyway. And you want we're on our pretty side of the bag, and our ruffles are going to be pointing toward the inside of the bag, so that once it's sewn, we're going to sew this to it, and when we open it up, our ruffle will be on the sticking out in the right way. And doubling the length of the ruffle worked out perfectly. I guess that's what you're supposed to do. And when you don't back stitch, you're able to maneuver this ruffle to be a little bit longer if you needed to. And then if you want to shorten it back, all you have to do is pull your threads at the end, and it'll help it ruffle back, or it'll help it to go back down, ruffle more. And I need to trim some thread that I did not trim. Oh, there's an ant on it. Okay. All right, that's looking good. Now we are going to take our other piece, and you're going to make sure that your pocket is facing the way you want, so that they're both facing up. And then you're just going to pin it down. I'm going to actually get my bigger clips. I got these at Walmart. These are a little bit bigger than these others, so because this is really thick. And it's okay if your ruffle is sticking out a little bit. It's all right. If it lines up well, then it's okay. I don't use these very often because I don't typically have thick enough fabric. I like to use it just on thick stuff, but this is pretty thick. I think normal ones would do the job, but these are quicker. Okay, so this is our top of the bag, so we are not going to sew here. We're going to sew all the way around. All right, let's go.
Okay, I did some troubleshooting. All I really had to do to fix that nesting was just take all my thread out and rethread everything. Make sure my presser foot was up when I threaded it. You always want to make sure that it's up, because I've said this before, but there's these little things in here that pinch the thread, and if your presser foot is down when you're threading, then it won't pinch your thread, and then it'll cause nesting. So I don't really know if that's what happened there, but figured it out. That's what's important. All right. Hopefully I didn't miss any spots there. So I got it awfully close to the edge. Yeah, I'm gonna go back over it on this side, because I got really close to the edge on this side because it was hanging over. I tried to be mindful of that, but I still missed some spots, I think. Okay. Alright, let's trim some thread. It doesn't look the prettiest right now, but we shall see. I mean, this is just the inside, nobody's gonna see, so it's fine. Okay,
so we got it all sewed together. Now we're going to flip it open and see if our ruffle is to our satisfaction. And oh, look at that. That looks so nice. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to turn it back, wrong side out. We're going to clip our corners so that our corners will lay better. Got to get the bulk out of those corners. And don't clip your seams either. But I'm going to go ahead and trim all of the excess around the edges. That just, it helps with making everything lay better if you don't have a bunch of bulk in your seams. Okay, so this thing, if you're like me and you end up cutting too much off because you messed up, you cut it crooked or whatever, you might want to start this project out being a little bit bigger than the original measurements, just to give yourself some room for mistakes. And I should have, because this is going to be a smaller bag, but that's okay. All right, so got that bulk off. Let's get these corners poked out really good. Okay, I'm loving the way this looks. All right. Oh, this is the thread from when I seam ripped it. I thought my seam was coming undone, but it's just that old thread that I didn't get it all off there. All right, now I'm going to skip to working on the handle, or the handles. There's going to be 2 handles, and I'm going to take this and it might make 2. Yeah, I think it's going to be able to make 2. Alright, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to roll in the center, and I'm going to leave the ends open like this. And then it'll be just it's a handbag. It's not a strap like over the shoulder kind of thing. It's just going to be a little handbag. Okay. Make these the same size. Okay, now I'm just going to take it to the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew this like this. Can you see that? Where the ends are going to be open still. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. I'm just going to go sew this really quick and come right back. Alright, I'm going to trim these threads, and then we're going to fit these in where we think that they should go, or where we want them to go. And you don't have to worry about finishing the ends of these because they're going to be inside the lining. The ends are. So nobody's going to even see them. Nice looking little straps. Okay, now we are going to see where we want them. I want them to be with the opening toward the inside of the bag. Okay. So we are going to flip it, and we're going to fit it inside the bag like this with it open like this. So we want the this side that's open like this to face the inside of the bag, but when we pin it down, we need it to be like this. Yeah, like that. Okay, let me get my clips. I'm loving this. The only problem I have with this is that I made it too small. And honestly, you could use it as a little handbag. It doesn't, I'm going to try to match these up. Oh, this one, I want this one to be a little further out. I'm trying to make them where they are even with one another. Okay. All right. Okay, let me gather my thoughts and we'll come back. All right, now we are going to work on our liner. So, and also we didn't box the corners of these bags. I didn't, I know I didn't do that as a step, but I wanted to point that out, that this isn't going to be, that it wasn't going to be a boxed corner bag. Ooh, there's a little stain right there, but I can just make that on the inside where you can't see anything. You can't see it through the bag. I don't know where that came from. Okay, I'm going to actually iron this, and then I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and sew 3 corners. Okay, I sewed the liner. I sewed around, but I left a gap at the bottom, and then I sewed the edge down. I hemmed that. Now this is right side out, and we're going to set it inside here, and we're going to have right side out by right side out, like our right sides are going to be against each other. So I always like to start with my seams, my side seams, and match them up. So I'm going to go ahead and clip my side seams, and then we're going to fit the handles in where we want those. Okay. I'm going to try to push this down. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we need to put our handles in. Our handles need to be facing this side needs to be facing the inside of the bag. So this is the inside of the bag. So it's going to be facing this way on the inside. Between the liners, I'm going to put it about here. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and put the liner there too. Clip that down there as well. Okay. Okay, now let's go sew this lining inside it. Let's go.
Okay. I always like to start a little bit before the seam. I don't know why. I think it just smoothly goes over it. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm taking this whole bottom tray out. And that way there's room under here for it to just fit all the way around, and then it'll, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna start, yeah, I'll just start on this side. All right, let's do it. These clips make it a little bit difficult, but it's okay.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze.
All right, our lining is sewn in. It's not that pretty, but it might be okay. Let's turn everything right side out. Let's trim these threads real quick. All right, let's see what it looks like when we turn it right side out. So we got our hole here, and we're gonna pull the whole thing through that hole. And see if everything turned out right. Okay, that looks much better on this side than it did the other side. Okay. See, that's why we wanted our lace to be further down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this hole shut, and then we're going to put it all back in nice and tight around the edge, and then we're going to top stitch around the top. All right. Okay. Got it. I've got it all sewn together. And one thing, I did put the handles in backwards, but that was just a personal preference. It really is just fine the way it is. Okay, so you can stop here, or you can keep going like I'm going to, and I'm going to put a purl snap closure right here on both sides. And let me go gather those up and I'll come back. All right, we're going to do a purl snap now. Okay, so you have this right here, this is the front of this, of course, and it goes in here face down, like that. And then the tricky part, here's our pearl, and then that's the front, this is the back. We're gonna try and finagle it in here where it will be still. And stay in there. There we go. I think I got it. Now we're going to try to decide. I'm going to fold this in half, and we're going to see where the middle is. Okay, there's the middle. And of course the pearl fell out. I should have done this before. I'm going to mark the middle. Okay, now let's put this back in there. This part is difficult. Okay, now, and it's also difficult because it's the top part and it wants to fall out, see? There is also, it comes with hardware for you to hammer it together, and I don't like that. Okay, let's try to do this fast before it falls out. Ugh. I hate this part, but it's not enough for me not to put snaps on because I think they're pretty. The pearl snaps are. Okay, let's hurry. Perfect. Very nice. Okay, now we have to do it again with the back. And this right here is the front, and this is the back. So you're going to put face down on the part where the hole is down here. And then this is not a pearl. This is going to be the back side. It's empty. So now we're going to have to, or this is going to be the back side of the bag, what's going to be on the very back. Okay, that goes in, that sits in a lot easier, but falls out a lot easier. Okay, now let's try to, I should have done this already, but I'm going to take my marker and mark where it matches. There it is. And I drew on the bag a little bit, but this is supposed to be water soluble, so if I get it wet, it'll come off. Alright, so this is going to be on the very back of the bag, so we want to hold it like this. Alright, look at that. So that's the back, that's the front. And let's test out this water soluble. Ooh, yeah, it went away. Okay, I am very excited about this bag. Oh no, where did oh man, the snap stayed on there. So everything is just flinging across the room. Let me get another backing and I'll be back. Alright, let's try this again. I may not have squeezed it good enough before. Oh yeah. Okay, it worked that time. All right, and I'm also, oh, I was going to spray it, but my water bottle fell. Okay. Okay, this is adorable. Now, this does not have to be a Bible cover or a Bible bag because, for one, I don't think it's big enough unless you got a small Bible. You can put a small book in here, maybe even a Kindle, or you can carry it as a little purse. All right, okay, we finished it, and it looks amazing. I mean, yes, it is smaller than I anticipated it to be, and that was all my fault because I cut things awkwardly. But it doesn't have to be a book sleeve. It can still be a book sleeve, but I'm thinking I might carry this as a little purse. Put my wallet will fit in here, my phone will fit in here, my keys will fit in here. This is adorable, and I'm definitely keeping this, and I'm using it for myself. Um, yes, ma'am. I love this. So, and I'm all about ruffles right now. I'm all about it. So, I hope that you guys will make one of these. These are gorgeous. I know that the overalls might not be something you can come up with easily, but it does not have to be overalls. This can be any fabric. And it doesn't have to be a pillowcase inside either. It can be any kind of fabric you want it to be. So, and actually, once I got going with this, I think that regular batting would be just fine in this. So, I mean, I think that that's what I used in my last one anyway, but I wanted to see if this was better. And it's not, I mean, it's good, but I mean, it's not necessary. So, any questions you have, feel free to ask. And if you do this, I want to see it. Post pictures of it, please. Something. I want to hear from you guys. Um, I am loving this. Okay. All right. And who knows what in the world we will be doing next time? I have some ideas that um, I haven't mocked one. I haven't locked in on one. But yeah, come back and see what we get up to next time. And come along, bring your sewing machine and your scissors and your thread, and we'll do it together. All right? All right. Come see me again. Bye.